Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to LCK Spring 2023 Challenger. I'm Atlas. I'm joined by Chronicler here today as we delve into some more Challenger action. Very good to see the Korean commentators there for a moment before we hopped on over to our cute little studio here. We're going to bring you some sweet, sweet Challenger. Only a couple of best of threes here today. Not exactly the marathon that the boys went on yesterday.
It's the normal amount. It's two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's two.
Yeah, that's
so
normal.
Way less.
No, this is, well, factually, yes, but this is not short. The other one is just long.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. So today we have 66% of the games that we had yesterday, most likely, of course, with some variation. But we do have some interesting matches, as, of course, DRX looking to try and prove themselves. You know that they haven't lost that much after Jun left, and they'll be taking on Breon here today in our first series.
And we have clearly seen that the DRX have kind of started to develop back into the team that they weren't quite in last year's spring, but at the very least looking a wee bit better than what we saw at the beginning of the split, which was all over the place and not very good and kind of overall just very sad, keeping in mind how good this team was in Challengers.
Yeah.
And it's been a combination of the players individually, I think, clicking a little bit more. Also, we had some great Sponges memes, which I don't think actually helped, but I'd like to think that they contributed to the overall enjoyment, as that is, I think, the most I've ever lost my mind, and I think you as well.
I would have to agree. I think Spongius definitely came out and
the worst.
I did love the part where he sponged. He did definitely do that. We will try not to delve as deep.
Oh no,
into
we're fine. We had a day of rest.
Yeah.
We can't have 9 games.
No, exactly. We can only have 6. If it gets to the 6th or even probably the 5th game, then we'll probably lose our minds.
A little bit.
I
don't think it'll get that bad.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
But next Monday, though.
Next Monday, we'll be there. We'll be back with you. Yesterday, Wolf and Valdez had a very good time. I was sitting at home, just enjoying some sweet Challenger action. It was great to have the boys on the screen, hoping that they're just enjoying a day off here today. If we see them in the chat, tell them to go back to bed. I reckon that's important. Let's check out the standings, though. As D plus Kia, they did suffer their first loss yesterday. KT, absolutely ruthless. And now, hot on their heels, Chronicler.
And I gotta say, thus far, some new challengers coming up. We have Hanwha Life and KT, I think both looking a lot better than was expected of me. T1, a little bit middling. Not, in a terrible spot, but especially considering their match score of this team, the expectations should be higher. They have some very experienced players on the roster. Forrest has been in Challenger for a while now. They, of course, have Base, so them being kind of around 5th place is not ideally what you're looking for. And then as we get lower and lower on the ranks, we start to see teams like Sandbox and Kwangdong have good individual moments, but overall doesn't really seem to work. Then we have Gen.G, who at least is close to Sandbox and Kwangdong. And then we have Breon, who are our heroes, even though their gameplay has not shown a lot of promise.
What we're seeing from Breon is the fact that you don't need to win to have a good time.
You don't.
They're here just to have a good time. They did win one game, I believe. That's just one, though. We'll see whether they can get one here up against DRX. Not necessarily the most formidable opposition here in LCK Challenger. However, they are still better than Breon, just to put it bluntly. That's sort of how we're expecting things to go. As, sponging all over the people is the aim of the game here, and then we'll see whether they're going to effectively sponge.
Yeah, very important to remind everyone this is a rebroadcast. This is, in fact, not happening live. Nothing of what you see is real.
Yeah.
And if anyone tells you otherwise, you should not trust them.
As our friend Valdez said yesterday, this is a rebroadcast of a match that happened in 2025.
Yeah.
But it's a rebroadcast. It already happened in 2025. We are just rebroadcasting it as live as we possibly can.
Everything is predetermined, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Overall, Bro DRX to me is not as interesting as Sandbox Gen.G. As we mentioned previously, those two teams actually very close. Also the one that I expect to go into a third game as opposed to the first one, which for Breon, trying to find an angle after losing some of their strongest members, right? We've seen both Feisty and Loopy go on and to do very well individually.
Well. Yeah.
Loopy, of course, kind of crushing it over at D+, whereas Feisty, I want to say is on KT or on Hanwha?
Feisty.
I feel like he's on Hanwha.
I think Hanwha rings a bell, but...
Either of those, regardless, is doing very well. Challengers,
KT,
of course.
never mind.
There you go.
Wolf, go back to bed. It's your day off. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Stop it.
He's backing us up in case we need help. He's also...
I should have known. I watched
Mod.
KT Feisty win yesterday against D+ Kia. But we're gaming here today, as you can see. Not Feisty Loopy gaming though, which, as you say, is a little bit disappointing because they were such linchpins
really
to
nice.
this squad.
Yeah. And do have some fans, some great fan signs. My hope is that one day even the Challenger fans will know about Brion being the Giga Chats that they are. I don't know if we'll ever get there. I don't know if we can go full circle. I know that the main team is aware of it now. Thanks to a Ashley Kang interview, Morgan was actually told about the reputation that he has. That people call him the Lord and everything, which is great. As this team, DRX, in a slightly different lineup with Peach and June, ran Challengers for the entirety of spring and then unfortunately was unable to capitalize. I don't know what happened to Peach.
Yes,
I miss Peach. He was...
I'm almost as bothered by not knowing where Peach went.
You're gonna talk about Fly
went.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I think Wolf and I really do.
It's just you and Wolf that are emotionally invested.
It irks us a lot. We just we want to know. Sometimes you want to know, and sometimes you can't. You can't know. And that's sort of yeah. Cuz has a really good question, Chronicler. Do you want to answer it? His wife keeps getting mad at him for spending too much time watching games. How can I get her off his back?
Spend time with your wife.
I would recommend doing that also.
That seems to me like it's a very easy solution. Actually, the question already gives the answer.
Yeah, and also you've heard of work-life balance. When you're married, it becomes work-wife balance. That's what you need to work out. Because remember, happy wife equals happy wife.
Wise words. Yeah.
That's what you need. Happy wife. No. Nadro, that's not how it works. Happy wife, happy wife. That's how it works.
I feel like that goes without saying, as fortunately...
That's my father's quote.
That makes it better and also makes complete sense. I've heard on enough stories and yeah.
Randall's a bit of a Randall. He's a bit of a Randall.
I can see that. So, overall today, expectation is that DRX is going to have a field day here. Also wondering to what extent we are going to see these players actually adopt to the changes, because adopting to change is hard in the LCK and subsequently also in Challengers. Although in Challengers they're a little bit more eager to just do very weird stuff in general.
Yeah.
So maybe that means we'll see some, some Guild Force quick play Xayah like Jiwoo showed yesterday. That's a very good build. That's cool.
That would be fun.
Some other shenanigans. I know you don't like Jin, but he's a lot better now.
That sucks.
He got buffed, and he can go IE second now.
Yeah, I don't really care what items he builds. He's still Jin. That's sort of the situation for me. Oh no, she's on her phone. She doesn't know that she's on the TV. Oh, it's a disaster. Quickly look up. Look up and check out the TV. Ah!
There we go.
No! Oh, there we go. We got him out.
Oh my god, it's a Raptor fan.
Oh, that's actually really cute.
Great Raptor.
She was just tweeting that she loves Raptor and can't wait to see him play.
Oh my god, why is there a volcano? Is the Raptor are the dinosaurs in danger?
Whoa.
What's happening?
Is Brion going extinct? I wish we knew how to translate, because there's too much going on here. Way too much going on. Wow. Okay. Raptor careful. That's what Wolf says. He probably could read that, but I don't know whether that was translation or whether he just wanted to post a picture of his cat, which definitely happened.
What, he posting a picture of his cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone can see the picture. You don't even have to be able to read, Atlas.
Yeah.
You just need eyes.
Oh, Wolf just wants him to be careful. Just like Bori wants to be careful. That's Wolf's cat's name, by the way. But he's the one that really should tell you the story of the cats. Oh my goodness. There's too many cats. We're all mods now, by the way, so you can't get away with anything anymore.
So you need to be nice. To, again, remind everyone, if you're mean and you call these players bad or trash or any form of that, you get timed out.
Or if you say anything that just bothers us, to be honest.
Well,
because
I don't want to immediately power trip. I want to give ourselves some room.
Oh, no. I'm power tripping straight out
no,
the gate.
Atlas.
Straight out the gate. Who wants to be banned
We're gonna
forever?
take it easy.
Someone's getting banned forever.
Okay. Well, I will try to focus on the games. As mentioned, the item changes for AD carries
Do you know what's amazing?
are very, very large.
There's a dude in chat that just tried to say that Nuggies with Mayo sucks, and Nightbot got him. I was talking about power tripping. Nightbot's going nuts, man. That was hectic.
As I think we are having some issues here, so we're back to us, but that's okay because we were having a good time with chat anyway. How do you feel? So I actually think that there are mayos that are nice with chicken nuggets. I think it makes sense.
Well, I think
If you
that
get like
mayo's delicious. Chicken nuggets are delicious. Why can't we have both?
Yeah, I don't really see the difficulty. I think if you go to
Just like ice cream's delicious,
France,
roast beef's delicious.
Okay, well you're quickly losing the plot, Atlas. As you have different types
Did
of
I
mayo,
ever
right?
have the plot?
Well, not as long as I've known you, but maybe
Hey,
at
Yundo's
some
in the
point.
chat. It doesn't match. What's happening with
Atlas-
the games, Yundo? We don't really understand
Atlas-
why we're back.
Atlas,
Yeah. Sorry.
no, it's okay. I'm used to you cutting me off when you want to talk about chat. Want to talk about the game, but I'm trying to talk about chat. And then
yes, true.
You're
Sorry.
cutting me off trying to talk about chat when I'm trying to talk to you
About
and
chat.
chat.
Okay.
Yes.
Then do it.
Well, now I
You've
don't.
got the floor
now.
now.
I don't. No, now I don't want to anymore. Now it's your turn.
Oh, no.
No, I wasted all my time.
Why does it always become this? It always becomes this. It's a device issue. Device is actually a player in a different game, I believe, Counter-Strike. He plays Jax's E the majority of the time, but he has an issue. So we're sending everyone here in the studio to go over to... Where does Device play? Is he an American player?
No idea.
I think he's a North American player. So we're sending everyone to North America, or is he European?
In which game does he play?
Danish. Yeah, European. There we
Is
go.
it? Oh,
He's a
it's
Danish player.
It's Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I think so.
I
And so
don't know.
everyone's going to Denmark right now to make sure that Device, all of his issues are sorted out.
Veldis and Chronicler back at it again with more challenges.
Yeah. It's actually Device's mic is what we've found out. So they need to make sure that Device's mic is sorted out. I'm glad that it's not like a mental health issue or something like that.
You heard what I just said, right?
No.
Okay, well,
I was on my Device
everyone
stream.
else heard, so we're just gonna leave it be. As overall, hopefully it'll be fixed soon. It was said Veldis, and it's Veldis and Chronicler. You're like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting a bit of a quip.
I'm okay with
Usually
being
you're
Valdez.
pretty quippy.
Yeah.
Well, who wouldn't be? He's great.
He's pretty
Big
good.
fan.
We played some video games after he came home last night.
Nice.
It was a really good time. I'm hoping that he's still asleep.
League, right?
Yeah. We played just some solo queue. What we like to do is play League of Legends when we're feeling a bit down, you know, because it always just brings
you can feel really down.
Yeah, it just brings you back up again, bit of grounding, you know. So we're playing together, having a really great time. The other 3 players on our team, as usual, were just lovely, absolute saints. We messed up a few times, but they said it's all going to be fine.
Mistakes happen.
Yeah, that's precisely what they said, and we all just went ahead and had a phenomenal time on the Rift.
Nice.
That's my story.
I actually played some League this morning.
Oh yeah, how was it?
Yeah, not great.
Oh, you didn't have that experience? You should have been
No.
playing with Valdez and I in our League Valhalla that we'd built for ourselves.
It's just the two of you and bots.
Yeah. It's called. It's
That's
this
actually how
game
it's
mode called Co-op versus AI. It's really cool
That's
because you
actually how
also
it
learn
works.
about turret ranges. It's just great fun. Really great
I learned
fun.
a lot about the video game.
What role do I play? I play the role of across the obelisk at the moment, generally, which is, I guess, turn-based, card-based strategy. Just League of Legends character with that being probably Twisted Fate. I think my main role would be Twisted Fate for that reason.
Do you guys live together? We could. We don't, but
No, not
I
yet.
could see it.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
you know, one day, if my fiance kicks me out, for example, maybe we'll live together.
Yeah.
Haven't
Might as
gotten
well.
that much hot water just yet, so we're doing all right.
Yeah.
Can you explain that in Fortnite terms, please, new viewer?
So imagine you dropped on Tomato Town,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you're playing teams, right? You're playing squads, so you got your 3 boys to back you up, or girls, or whichever, any preferred teammate that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of shooting at each other, which is we don't do that. You play cards. Because you're talking about Across the Obelisk.
Yeah.
You were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Play cards instead.
And the
It's really
cards
wholesome.
tell you whether you can shoot each other or not, and for how much damage those shots do.
Yeah. Playing it in Stark. Okay, we're getting dangerously off topics. I can't explain.
Explain it in StarCraft 2 terms.
There's actually a lot of custom StarCraft game modes. So actually, it will be a
Yeah,
lot
I was going to say,
easier.
so you open up the game and you go into custom game.
And just keep searching.
You do your best to find a turn-based card game in the StarCraft client. I think that's probably something
Are
you can
these the same
potentially
suits
do.
as yesterday? I don't think so, but I would not know for a fact.
No, I think these are our suits and they wear their suits.
That's as far as I'm aware. Are they the same suit? No, but they're similar suits, right? They're the
T-Tel-
same model, but not the same
Same model, yeah.
actual suit.
Mine's AB6000 is the model number, if you guys wanted to Google that. Atlas, return to YouTube when? So I have a few ideas for things to do when I have some time. So maybe 2026.
Hey, eventually we'll get our mysterious new people and the LCK, and then we'll only work 5 days, so we can have a weekend.
Yeah.
And then you can also still not do anything on that weekend.
Definitely not going to be doing
No.
YouTube. No,
No.
that's. I might stream again.
I told you that story, right? About before I was the LCK and I saw the Atlas video and I was like, man, that's cool. Atlas is going to post content. That's amazing.
Imagine
I think
having enough time to
Papa
make
was in
content.
chat and he was like, yeah, I never trusted him for a second.
No, he didn't.
No.
No, Papa knew. Papa always knew. But he knew about all of my supposed plans that I was going to do, and they just never really
Is
occurred.
this where we just have a 2-hour pause and we still get we effectively still get a third best of 3?
Oh, is that the Valdez? Where's the Valdez? What did he say?
I don't know. I don't know if he's that. What's your
Oh,
least
yeah,
favorite
yeah. Atlas
champion,
made his promise to
Atlas?
tell you to go to bed. Where is he? Where did Valduni go?
I
There
only
he is.
saw- there he is. He's here. Amazing.
It's Valdez.
Everyone's here.
Atlas, do you like mayo nuggets? Wouldn't say no. Also like with mustard and what is it like?
Hello from Indonesia. Nice.
What's the
Indonesia's great. Lovely country.
what's this the
You
The
know what
sauce-
would would be good with nuggets was the homemade aioli I showed you how to make.
oh heck yeah bit of that garlic?
Yeah, well not a bit.
Yeah, a lot of that garlic.
A lot of that garlic. Oh boy.
That would be good.
Very nice though.
Mm.
Very tasty.
If you guys
Goes well
insult a
together.
team or player because you lost a bet, I will ban you. Oh, get ready.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm glad Valdez is here.
the Valdez hammer is a dangerous one. You want to look out for that.
So because as far as hammers go, I don't really know about Wolf or Atlas. I'm a little bit too soft on the. I'm more of a timeout kind of guy. I have an issue with.
Oh, you're a timeouter? Yeah, you don't.
I have an issue with like really unless
Commitment.
it's like blatant.
You don't
right?
want to commit to the ban.
Yes, but Valdez does not have these issues.
No.
he will.
I'm a
sweep
bit of
you
a
under the
I'm a
rug.
bit of a perma banner as well.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a fan of it.
Mm.
Well, it depends, because if it's like something just super egregious, I'm very happy to perma ban.
Yeah. Well, there, okay,
Like
there's
it's one of the-
lines, right?
Yeah, if there's one of those things that you're like, I never want anything like that said ever again.
No, that's okay.
that person is done.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Here we are. Back again. I'm hoping that we have some news from Denmark. Really do need to see whether devices things are all working, because we really care here at LCK Challenger whether all esports players have the best experience possible. So we are also making sure that our players on stage are sorted out, but leave no man stranded.
No.
And so Device's microphone is being looked at. We've sent everyone to Denmark, and I think
Hey.
we've done it. So Device's mic, all sorted out. He can talk, so can we. And so can DRX, as they're in the draft. The Varus already banned away here for ban number 1, and we'll see how things change as we've moved to 13.1B. What have it been, from what you've seen thus far and from what you're looking forward to, Chronicler, 13.1B, what's there to look out for?
So, I am personally very excited about crit 80 carries being a little bit better, although some of them didn't really need the help, such as Caitlyn. But champions like Xayah, I think in the right place, right time, with a lot of the short-range comps that are currently being drafted, can have a very high impact. Do, of course, have to take away things like the Varus and the Caitlyn, because otherwise you're playing Xayah into those, and that's not a very fun experience with how most Varuses have been very poke-oriented. And there have been nerfs. The Maokai nerfs, to me, not super convincing, and I feel like this patch in general is mainly setting up for a good meta after they give another tap to some of the overperformers right now, because as you can see here, right, like, even though they got nerfed, champions like Castellan, champions like the Rise as well are not suddenly, Heimerdinger is another example.
Yeah.
Not suddenly going to go from being perma to not being prio at all, although I would not be surprised to see them slowly drop in prio as we get deeper and deeper into the patch, as has happened often. The Maokai changes are another example, right? Like a couple of percentages on your saplings and like a little bit less damage from the AP ratios. Is that going to be enough? Remains to be seen. We will have, I think that's on 13.3, so that's like very distant future. But we will have some nerfs to early ganks, and that should hopefully stabilize the meta a bit, because one of the big reasons why champions like Maokai can just bot side clear and then, you know, just gank bot and then not fall behind at all in experience is not good. That shouldn't be a thing.
No.
Should be a bit of a risk reward, and with counter jungling nerf, that right now is not the case. So hopefully that will be coming down the line. But for the foreseeable future, we are having none of that excitement. We are ignoring every cool change that was introduced to the game on this patch.
I mean, Jhin, I guess, is somewhat...
Yeah, true.
Because otherwise, like, I'd be getting really upset about them ignoring Caitlyn.
He did get
just
pretty big.
Really dumb.
Yeah, I actually like it. There's also another form of Jhin build that's really interesting is, oh boy.
All right, that's a Scion. Frim popping off. Okay, let's see how the Scion's going to go. Ivory, of course, could theoretically be playing it as well. This is Bro. They're cooking things up. You know, we're going to see what they're going to bring out. Raptor might be playing Jungle Scion. What do you reckon? When was the last time you saw a Jungle Scion? Never.
I do
Me
not
too.
recall, and I don't.
Yeah.
I appreciate your enthusiasm. Those Cho'Gath ban have been paying attention.
Imagine the Cho'Gath ban.
Clear would. I can see Clear do that. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh. I mean, I don't think Scion even really cares that much about Na. I mean, Na's annoying, and you can go low in the earlier game, but I think after that, do you really care about Na?
I think Gnar mostly with Maokai is just obnoxious to play into. That would be my main thing, where once the Maokai gets access to consistent ultimates, it makes Gnar way stronger because he has actual setup.
Yep.
But overall, yeah. Also, do you think that maybe Brion wants to
play Sejuani?
Well, that would be kind of a no-brainer here. Yeah.
I don't really understand why it wasn't banned. That's Nidalee. Okay.
As far
That's locked in. There it is. Raptor is gaming. Or Frim is gaming. We don't necessarily know. This Nidalee could be going anywhere. Ivory, when was the last time we saw mid Nidalee?
Season 2?
Yeah, I was going to say that was when my old mate Rusty was a pro gamer. He was a mean Nidalee. I think Garen does fit the comp here.
Like this a lot. The Renekton pick away. Renekton, of course, playable both mid and top.
Have we ever seen mid Nidalee? Oh my god, people don't even remember. Like,
they probably didn't watch League back then, and that's okay.
It was Faker's first game.
Yeah, it doesn't
famously. Wow.
Yeah.
Hotshot
Doesn't
GG.
matter.
There was a world champion. Stanley played Nidalee top lane, Chalice first.
Yeah, none of the things you're saying make any sense in the context of the game. That's we're in season 13.
Yeah, true.
This is a rebroadcast from. Oh no!
You know what?
No, not Nidalee. Corki.
Norky. Or look at, because if you think about it, like Nidalee and Corki have so much CC. Here we go.
That's
it's
better.
the Yone. This is much better. We like that one a lot. This is they've been cooking, bro. There's something stewing over there. I don't know whether it's going to be good, because on the other side of the rift, DRX have got the most cookie cutter classic draft that we have ever seen ever in the history of 13.1.
Yes, it's as basic as it gets. Has a lot of power picks, has a lot of ability to create space, has good engage, a lot of lanes you can play through. It's overall very strong. And I think the early game for Brion should be better. Obviously, should have Shelve on the bot side of the map. And they might be able to play through that. Raptor possibly looking for some early impact around the bot lane. But I do think that in terms of mid and top, DRX should still have a modicum of pressure. You can play around that. And if you can just get a couple of early objectives and play the game slow, as DRX, you're going to be in a very good spot to win the game.
Oh, yeah.
You have Azir and Zeri. Doesn't get much better than that. Maokai, Lulu, all self-explanatory. And the Renekton, you know, is not going to scale nearly as well. But then you look at the other end and you have Jin in Italy. And you know that if Brienne fall behind, they're in very deep trouble.
Yeah. However, their setup around objectives, pretty sexy. I'm pretty keen to see how this one's going to go. Of course, I think this will require Rap to be extraordinarily active in the early stages of the game. Nidalee going to have to be all over that tree. That's a fact in my mind. We'll have to see whether Brienne can play that high-tempo League of Legends that, you know, their team in the LCK has definitely shown they're more than capable of. And that was sarcasm. Let's get onto the Rift.
Perfect.
Hell yeah, we nailed it.
Good job, chat.
Isn't it great that the do-do-do-dos are still in there, even if the music turns off?
Look at all of you.
It's pretty perfect. Thank you for the do-do-dos, everyone. YouTube chat, you'll catch up. You're fine. One day we'll do it. Come on.
One day YouTube chat will get their act together.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
When you have two kids, Atlas, and one of them is an honor student, the other one needs some more time, that's okay.
No, exactly. And, you know, arts is a valuable degree. Wait, no, it's not. Isn't that just actively wrong?
We work in... No, I'd say it's valuable if you want to make a career in art. Also, we are literally
the experience is valuable.
We work in entertainment.
True.
So we're not... There's not any high horsing that we can do here.
No, that's true. That's absolutely true. And I mean... You know, it's better than mine. As Piero. Oh, he's gonna face check. He's gonna face check. There it is, the fully loaded Q. See whether that flash comes out. It's gonna be the heal first, and then boom goes the dynamite. Good night, Piero. That flash still on cooldown. It's all in a day's work. That's just a Lumberday's morning, dude. That's a Lumberjack's morning. Yeah. Now he's chopping down the trees in the top lane.
Had the bot lane. Doesn't miss a single creep.
He's moonlighting, this guy.
As a Yordle hunter?
Yeah, I guess. I don't really know. I didn't really want to follow that up because it sounded a little bit sinister. Oh, Lumberday Morning Jack. Yeah, thank you, Scary. Appreciate it. It's the first time I've read your name out loud, and now I understand how to say it. Nice. Lumberday. We're starting
the
strong.
one downside of this is that if Claire now trades hyper aggressively, Frim doesn't have TP.
True. That's
It's just pretty.
What skin is that? The Renekton one.
I wanted to
That's
say
like
Hainu.
Safari. Wasn't it like the original Safari
Isn't it
skin
like
after the visual update?
Outback Renekton, maybe.
Outback Renekton. That's the guy. So now we've got like a dude hanging out in Australia on walkabout against a lumberjack. This is actually like thematically the best top lane we've ever had.
It's even better because it's an actual crocodile.
Yeah.
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 Amazing.
I think we have to go full Australian when we're talking about the top lane.
What was your guys' fallback instead of casting? Define fallback. They don't have any fall. That's not a thing.
My fallback was office worker at an IT company. Yeah. Wasn't great.
Well, I mean, you clearly made the right decision.
I did. I definitely did. As Sponge with a little bit of news here. Gonna lose his red buff, I think. He's at least gonna be able to throw a sapling in there, but I don't think Sponge is gonna be sponging anytime soon.
Yeah, as expected, as we mentioned in the draft, right now Gamin and Polu, we're always gonna have prio, but if Lulu dies level 1, you're gonna have even more prio. And as a result, we do see that the bot side of the map is going to be very heavily pressured by Raptor. Also want to highlight, Gamin going for the comment here. I want to remind everyone that we really, like the crit items were buffed pretty substantially if you're unaware. Right now, you can get IE, which Jin loves.
Second item.
Second item. And right now with comment, I am very worried that, oh no, that's a Dirk. Yeah, it's just lethality Jin.
Gamin did not get the memo.
No.
He's been too busy gaming and not enough reading which patch we're on. Just a little bit unfortunate. Of course, like, you know, still does work, but just not nearly as well as the new stuff.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. Like, the build is fine, considering that you have a very reliable threat. If Ivory also goes tanky only, I will lose it, but I don't think he will. So overall, I think that this is the type of situation where you can get away with it, but I do also feel like the crit buffs are really good for Jin, and you even have a couple builds. You can go for the, the classic build where you go Guild Force into IE, as mentioned previously, but you can also go for something, I think this originated in Korean solo queue, not 100% certain, but it's a speedy build where you go for Kraken Slayer and Swifties and Phantom Dancer second,
Ooh.
and you shoot and run. Well, you don't really shoot real fast because you're Jin, but like for Jin standard, you shoot and run real fast.
Yeah.
Just zooming out there.
And you still scale off attack speed, it just doesn't give you attack speed.
Yeah.
You know, as Ivory's taking 1 billion damage here, Satab just looking at him saying, why are you taking so much damage, bro? And he's gonna go home.
Yeah, it's gonna be Collector into IE.
Hi, Pearl, how you doing?
That's gonna be it.
Collector into IE into Seraph's Embrace for the shield. Because he's going to go Gale Force, but he still wants the value of a shield bow.
One of the worst things I've ever heard.
Please,
Never say that again.
You got to have that shield bow, bro. You know, it's very important. And that way you get the best of both worlds. It's like you've got 2 mythics. It's pretty OP.
I don't know what the community's beef with Jin is. I don't hate Jin nearly as much as some other people.
I really hate him. Do you want me to explain it?
Hit me.
All right, he doesn't do very much damage. You can't really operate in a team fight very well. And he gets rewarded for lack of activity.
You were saying? What's happening on your screen right now?
Oh yeah, he'll still bully, but in a team fight, he still will do relatively little. So like this can happen and you're like, wow, the Jin lane, but then like they'll lose.
I'll disagree. I think if the Jin doesn't do this, he is not great.
Yeah.
But he should.
So
generally, if you play it well, especially if you combine in with Heimer.
Oh, if someone plays Jin well, like for example, like when Pays was playing him in the LCK, like a few of his games were absolutely fantastic. But the majority of the time,
so you're already admitting that it's just
shaking.
dependent on
the play. Yeah,
how good the player is.
It's so consistent that
There is one exception.
There's one exception, but Jin's been played a lot.
No. There's one exception to where I would agree with you, and that's if you pick Jin to Cape.
Right.
That's just, then I'm not on board. But generally, I like Jin. I think Jin gets a bad rap.
Do you know what's ironic?
Hit me.
4 is my favorite number. Always has been. Because green's my favorite color, and in my brain, 4 is green.
Don't know how that works, but good for you.
Kevin Kim's a big fan of Jin into Cape. Why do you love Jin into Cape, Kevin?
I don't know. How is green? I'm not.
Well, you know, it's a condition where numbers are colors in your head.
That explains so much.
Yeah.
What are numbers in your head?
What? Numbers are colors. Yeah, but just numbers are colors.
Is it the other way around as well?
Colors are numbers? No.
Yeah.
No.
So it's a one-way street.
Yeah, whenever I think about the number 4, it's green in my brain.
Huh.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
5 is blue for me. 1 is white. 3 is red.
3 is red.
Yeah.
No, red's a 7.
What? I'm just telling you what it represents in my brain.
In your brain, yeah.
It's not like an opinion thing. It's just it's a fact. It's what color it is in my brain. 0 is black in my head.
3 is yellow.
Yeah.
Quickly losing the plot here as game has slowed down. This is a play we've seen Signs go for many a time, but he doesn't have TP. And Renekton is making his merry way towards the top side turret, so...
Ooh, the curtains have been called. Some action here towards the bottom side. They're sharing the bullets relatively well, but Pletter is a bit greedy as in comes the Lumberjack. We're doing some more work on the bottom side as the Nature's Grasp is going to be broken by the Scion. Actually kind of decent to create some space here, but not going to be able to get any kills.
Yeah, I'm going to call not worth because of this.
Yeah, Clear's having a good time.
There's no TP.
But we're still gaming here towards this bottom side.
Yeah, but there's no TP.
Yeah, but
this is like 2 waves. It's going to be free plates.
But bro, I've got Jin. He's going to do so much as the game goes on.
Okay, don't you? Oh no, Atlas! Don't you scapegoat Jin? Don't you scapegoat Jin for this call?
No, but you were telling me that Jin's actually really good. So he's just gonna get so much done as the game continues. So it's fine if they lose the entire top lane outer turret.
Because that's. I know you're trying to push my buttons, but you know that it doesn't matter which AD carry they pick here. They make this call and it doesn't work, which it shouldn't.
Ah, that sounds like an excuse to me.
One day. I got 1 day a week where I'm not stuck with this guy. One day.
Sorry, he's calling for Valdez. We can put. I mean, I'm sure Valdez is okay with working 13 days in a row, right?
Yeah, I can't actually see images in my head.
What?
I can't see images in my head.
Of anything?
No, I can't. No, I can't imagine an image in my head. When I close my eyes, it's like the word.
Whoa!
Yeah, I never knew that was a thing that everyone else was able to do. I thought when they said close your eyes and imagine that other people would not actually see it in their head.
That's crazy.
No imagination? Yeah, that's why I'm so boring.
No wonder you can spell so well.
Yeah, everything is words.
Whoa! Chronicler is a great name for you.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that it was based on like a actual thing going on.
Well, I didn't know until very recently. The Chronicler name has been around for a lot longer. I got that since I was 14, 15.
Aphantasia is the inability to visualize, otherwise known as image-free thinking. People with aphantasia don't create any pictures of similar objects, people, or places in their mind's eye.
Yep. Huh. I can see in dreams. Yeah, but it's kind of weird. But I guess dreams are always weird. Can we say something about the match? Well, it's happening. There are items being finished. No?
No, we can't.
Oh. Okay, well, I was going to.
Oh, okay, you can if you want.
Well, you can go first.
That's fine. It's fine. You're going to talk about Jin again, aren't you? No, it's really unfair, my beef with Jin, because I also agree. I think crit Jin's actually really strong.
Especially on the current patch. But I also agree with you. It's similar to what we saw with... I feel like, what's the best example? I think Zeri is a really good example, where teams just drop the Zeri into like super hard shoving lanes and don't give her any attention, and then she falls behind, and then we're like, why are you doing this? And then we see her in a comp that works around her, and you're like, oh, this is great. That's how I feel.
Playing to strengths is important.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Jin as well.
Yeah, and that's sort of why I get bothered, is that when champions are picked as a band-aid, not picked as part of a whole,
I get it.
So like that's why Jin Karma bothers me so much, because people pick it just to sort of salvage their lane. Instead of actually having a plan to win the game, they've got a plan to not lose the game. And you don't win by not losing, you win by winning, is my theory.
So I agree with you 99% of the time. In challengers, I do feel like just waiting for your opponent to make a mistake is a thing.
But but it's not what you should be teaching.
Oh, no, absolutely not. No, I 100% agree, yes.
Well, Sponge is sponging.
Action.
Let's see whether he can sponge effectively. It looks like the answer is yeah. They get control of the Drake. It's going to reset for a moment, though, as Raptor takes a sapling. This is important for Bro. They need to get some stuff done. They're not going to be able to find that one. Twisted Advance is going to close the gap very nicely. Wild Growth is there. There's not a lot of damage going on, as Raptor's going to get booped back into the team. That is it. And Pletter is going to go for that Zeri moment. Frim's also, I don't know. I think he went on an excursion. He was going to a conference and he took the wrong flight. I think that, do they have Lumberjack conferences? I don't know. Empress Divide's going to go down here as Ivory goes on the shortest journey ever back to his Unbound Soul. He's going to bind it back up again. We're going to be fine.
And overall, really big win there for DRX. Let's put a pin in that Lumberjack conversation. I'm actually very interested.
Yeah, sure.
Imagine there would be.
Lumberjack conference? Sure there is.
Yeah. As overall, DRX are able to walk away with a number of kills. The overall game state getting worse and worse for Breon. They kind of need to be ahead. Their only win condition in the late game is a side laning Yone, which is not in the worst of spots. Yone himself isn't behind, but the game state is rapidly collapsing around him. As we can see here, it is both Sponge getting it and then a very unfortunate flash here, right? And this is a 3 versus 3, and initially Piero and Plata are zoned by the turret, but Sponge is so tanky, despite all of this, And meanwhile, on the top lane, I'm going to finish my sentence.
Yeah, no, go.
Meanwhile, on the top half of the fight, we do see that the Brian members are unable to get themselves a big win. And as a result, overall, DRX pulling ahead now.
Certainly are. I was a little bit distracted by chat, and I was just reading it in the context of that one guy saying, can you talk about the game? And we've got chat talking about how a horse can run without having joints, which I think is hilarious. Another person is asking whether we could translate the stream into Morse code so they can watch on their boat.
That's great. I
That
love
was
that
a
one.
very good one.
Do you, are you familiar with Morse code?
I do know what it is,
Well, obviously,
but I don't know how to,
not
how to
asking if you're
translate to
familiar
it on
with
the fly.
No, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, not
Same.
much of it. Speaking of Morse code, there was that new. You know the show Dark, right?
I have not seen it, but I'm familiar. Yes.
Yeah. So the same people that made a show recently called, what was it, 19 something, about a boat.
Isn't it 18?
18?
I think it's 1812.
1812?
I think. I want to say, top of my head.
1912? Something like that. One of those.
1899. There you go.
1899.
Thank you,
There we
Chad.
go. I was pretty close to 19.
Have you watched the whole show?
Yeah, I watched the whole show. I obviously
no
didn't
spoilers.
I didn't take too much of.
I mean, I've watched it, but for chat.
Yeah. Very close to 1900. But I enjoyed it.
That's so sweet.
Enjoyed it. But there was some Morse code in that. That's all I was.
That's what you were.
All I was really
leaning
getting
towards.
to. Yeah, that's it.
I was just joking. It's okay. It's okay. We you know, we actually welcome the opportunity to talk about other stuff and make fun of chat. But I really appreciate your sincerity, and don't worry.
I like that Wu thought that it was a type of Italian food. Morse code.
That can't be.
If it is, I'm
No,
into
that
it.
can't be correct.
Fantastic. Anyway, as it stands, taking a bit of stock in this game, Bro are behind by 1.3 thousand gold.
With Nidalee and Jhin.
Yeah, and based on what we can see in the composition, for those new to League of Legends, you see this champion that's zapping things in the middle of the map right now.
Good.
Does a lot of consistent damage in the later stages of the game.
It's already cancelled.
What's cancelled?
The show. That makes sense.
Really?
I think.
Did it just not perform that well?
So, well, that would make sense. It also was pretty obviously a very expensive show. And I thought it was good, but I didn't really... It was like a 7 out of 10 for me. It didn't really deliver on the promise that I thought it was going to
Yeah,
have.
those sort of shows that are all about, like, mysteries and intrigue and stuff like that. And with, like, the level of, I guess, twist at the end or whatever.
Yeah, it's...
For me, when I finished watching the show, I'm like, is this a one season?
No, it's definitely not. I really feel like it's the what was it? J.J. Abrams, that's the Star Wars director, right?
Star Wars.
J.J. Abrams? Yeah.
Well, he did Star Trek.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he did a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So he did Star Wars. He did Lost as well, if I remember correctly.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a dead say tap. Ivory having a great time here towards this bottom side. Bit of a battle, slashed him up, and the Yone getting some work done.
So he talks a lot about what he calls the mystery box, which is like, oh yeah, there's this cool mystery. I feel like very often that is cool, but then actually having a good mystery inside the box when you open it is important. And I felt like the show didn't really deliver on that. No, I feel
what's
like
important
it is.
never showing what's in the box.
Well, but that's worse.
No, it's not. That's
Yeah.
actually, that's the point. Because
No,
you should
but that-
never show what's in the box, and
Yeah,
then
but
the
no, but
audience
that's...
will keep
but
being
you need
interested
to know what's in the box.
No, that's the point.
What's in the box?
Exactly.
Atlas?
That's why they keep watching. We should actually have a box permanently on the LCK broadcast that we never look at and never have anything inside it. That will never say what's inside it, because then it could be anything. It's like from Family Guy, It's like he could have a boat or a mystery box. That could be anything. Even a boat.
This is actually very well done, right? This is through Crown. And it really kind of showcases how doomed this matchup is, as Ivory killing him through Crown, and with Satap having his ultimate. Very nicely done. And this is the one win condition for Brian, so I actually feel like we should highlight it. If Ivory can get fed in his side lane and he isn't matchable by anyone, that can use that to create at least a modicum of pressure, and maybe they can turn that into some Drakes. And if they get a bunch of Mountain Drakes on a Yone and a Sion, I think that they could still win the late game, even though I'd still say they're unfavored. So sorry for that detour from not talking about the game, but I feel like we had to very quickly do an update.
Yep.
Now we
Welcome
can
back, Gatorand,
go
by the
back.
way. We did. We all missed you yesterday. You've become a bit of a character on this broadcast, and Wolf actually said on the show that he missed you. So there you go. You're famous now.
A chronicler trap. Yes, I will go crazy if you have a sealed lockbox. I cannot. That is actually very accurate. He is right. That's my problem. My buttons are very obvious and easy to push, which is why Atlas and I are such great friends.
I also think that you need to understand things.
I do.
When things appear, you can't have mystery. You need to understand them.
Yeah.
Which is why we need to get the mystery box. I think that's really...
And we pretend everyone knows what's in it except me.
Yeah, well, no. Oh, yeah, we could just pretend to know. Oh my god, this is amazing.
That would drive me so crazy. Just imagining it is making me mad.
Oh.
Ooh, look at this build choice from Setap. Going for the Nash's 2 phase, so...
Ooh, bit of a auto-attack DPS.
Yeah.
Like that.
So, both good into Frin, right? Like going for more tank or tank shredding oriented build. And then also good for Baron and good for side lane. So I think overall, great itemization choice, although
I think
Raptor's
Ivory now
here.
knows what's going on. Yeah, Raptor's going to turn up. Are we just 50-50? DRX feeling like they're under a bit of pressure, as it turns out. Okay, let's see whether this curtain is going to be called effectively.
The flip.
I feel like Bro are very happy with the situation here as Raptor has to get out of the pit. Never mind! The Baron is not going to be smoked by Bro this game. It's going to be taken by Sponge. Prim also going to get auto attack down as Pletter is going to join the fight now. Clear is an absolute raid boss. Pletter, yeah, you just can't walk past a zombie Scion like that. And he was a little bit scared, but they take the Baron. They only lose 2. DRX back in control.
Overall, big win there from DRX. Raptor to dodge the Azir has to flash into the pit where he is standing behind Baron, and it's Azir. So Azir doesn't really care about you being in another place. Zeri wasn't actually really in that fight. You might be thinking, oh, she did 3.5. Yeah, that's because she was just sitting Scion. Frin had one job. He did that job well.
Yeah.
As overall, as we can see here again, the ultimate from Setap, I think very nicely done, is able to get the flash out of Raptor. And then as a result, we see that on the top half of the map, Setap and Sponge are able to kill the Nidalee. Unfortunately for the Ivory Frim duo, they want to kill Plata very badly, but there is an angry crocodile that says no, stands in between, and as a result, not able to get that backline access. A little bit disjointed here from Brion. If they arrive at the same time and Frin and Ivory can actually get on top of Plata, then maybe they can kill the Zeri and then move towards the top half of the fight. Yeah. But not meant to be. Now they lost Baron, and that silent win condition that I mentioned is not happening.
Ooh, cute little knock up there. That is a very long way to go, Sponge. He doesn't mind. He's happy to go on journeys like this. If you're curious about the patch, it is on the bottom left of your screen. No need to write it in chat.
It's the patch that has been put in, then was accidentally removed, and then put back in. Did you hear that?
No.
Yeah, the patch accidentally got reverted.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why Gaiman's building these items.
Yeah, no, it's live now.
Yeah, I guess he wouldn't... this is his new idea with the slightly changed Ravenous Hydra or
Gus
something
is looking
like
at
that.
Twitch chat? No, we're not.
We would never do that.
Overall... Yeah, I saw some tweets from one of my friends from the Benelux, is one of the best Riven from Europe, and he was crying with joy because the revert of the bruiser items made him very happy, and it was only temporary, so
oh, no.
It's a bit of a sad situation.
Oh yeah, wow, removing all the Omnivamp, like, it's like, hey Riven, stop having fun.
Yeah. To be fair, the build was, I saw him do some truly obnoxious things. It was definitely a little bit overpowered, but of course, playing that is always going to feel very, very fun. So seeing it removed is a sad time as Siege continues, and getting these Drakes, I think, for DRX is very important. They don't need them necessarily, but being able to deny them to Bro is very, very important.
Well, they are now going to zone everyone away from this turret. That is what Nature's Grasp can be used for. You might be thinking, oh, they just used the ult button. No, it's Sponge creating distance, making sure they can open up this map. Couple more inners do remain as we're heading over towards this Mountain Drake. Earth, Wind, and Fire. We're big fans here on the LCK and LCK CL broadcasts of Earth, Wind, and Fire just in general. Group tonight is probably my favorite track of theirs, but September is their most famous. How did Atlas know what I was thinking about Maokai's ult? Well, Scary, I'm in your brain. I'm actually not. Isn't
what
it?
If what if in everyone's brain what we say is heard differently?
It is.
Well, no, but what if what we're actually saying, like our words are targeted to the specific individual because we're AI casters.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're like a broadcast tailored to everyone
Every single
individually.
yes. The
I thought-
algorithm reads, you know, your habits, and then what you hear is only something you hear.
Whoa,
I know.
That's crazy. I wonder whose commentator I am.
Well, everyone's.
No, but like, what if I was just the one tailored to a specific person? I wonder who I'm tailored to.
Good question. I don't think you're supposed to know, because that will make you self-aware.
Ah, Bookie Booze. Oh, thanks. His first chat, he's like, it's me. All right. Well, good to know, Bookie Booze. I'd be interested to know a bit about you.
Why is my algorithm feeding me such weird commentary? Well, look in the mirror.
Okay, again, that might be a you problem. We're not sure.
Overall, game state pretty abhorrent here for Breon. As far as Hail Marys goes, you're really looking for everyone to jump in to a choke point and then create a big playmaking potential for Ivory, who is sitting on an Infinity Edge.
Yeah, we've seen this play before.
Yeah, is also alone.
Yeah. Utilizing the item update in a way that works a little bit better than his bottom lane counterpart is doing. Well, that's fine. What you going to do about it? Pleta heading towards Infinity Edge for the third item.
Nice. Good choice.
Yeah, feeling good about it. As Clear in this side lane, just having the greatest of times. And I think that ultimately, if we're going to talk about what went wrong for Breon, it was mainly the Crocodile. I feel like the Crocodile came in and was just too big.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, if you vote for POG here,
yeah,
who would you be leaning towards? Because we have, your choices are Zeri, Irenekton, whose opponent teleported to lane level 1 and then left the lane as well at minute 8.
Yeah.
Allowing him to get like a, I don't know, what was it, 500-600 gold lead for free.
I mean, I think it still probably goes to Clear because he picked Outback Renekton, and not a lot of people pick Outback Renekton these days.
Or, well, my worst, the worst option was the final one, which is vote for Maokai. I mean, I'm a sponge enjoyer, but voting for Maokai at this point,
yeah, I'm going to say
done
no.
to feel.
Satab got solo killed.
Unfortunately.
Pleta killed a Scion and laned against a Jhin that built the wrong items. I'm going to go with Renekton this game. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Process of elimination leaves it only really the Crocodile that's available. Kind of like evolution after the dinosaurs.
Dark. You can vote for Sponge.
No. He's a tree. I mean, yes, he smote the Baron. And they did manage to keep Raptor out of the pit during that Baron. Maybe it is Sponge.
Good dragon fight.
Yeah, it could be Sponge.
Yeah. Vote for G-Sun if we could.
I would always vote for G-Sun given the opportunity.
We would. But we don't have the
100%.
opportunity, unfortunately.
All right. Jhin has the 5-head build. Alex Sama, could you please explain to us why that is your response to the build? I'd really appreciate it.
Well, I don't even think this particular combination of items is bad, right? I don't mind it that much, but considering the crit item buffs and you playing into some pretty beefy frontline, I do think that it's just not going to get that much done. And you do have a frontline yourself there as well, right? So you do actually have a bit more space, allowing you to get more autos in.
Yeah. Oh, Kraken PD Rapid Fire Cannon.
Yeah, that's
bro
the,
built it and that makes it 5-head. I get it.
That's the...
Yeah, that's the fun one.
No, Kraken P... Yeah, that's the Zumi build.
Yeah. I like that.
Don't even need Yumi for that one, so you can avoid your Chin Yumi.
Should I build Jack Show on tank G-Sun?
That is the...
I don't know whether this is like a problem with like... Okay, never mind. Raptor is going to get divided emperorially.
Oh my god, Piero.
All right, let's see whether Ivory can do it. He finds Piero. That's definitely good, but now Clear is coming up. Satab doesn't have a lot of CC, but the Crocodile does with a flash, slice, and dice. Now DRX will head over and just sort themselves out this Baron. Easy peasy.
Clear. That's it. They're getting the vote. As overall, this game...
Sometimes you like, honestly, that teleport would have worked if there was no Crocodile, right? Because there was no CC. From
I don't think the teleport itself is bad. I'm not trying to dunk on Ivory, or just that the overall game state just feels so desolate. And this is unfortunately has been the case for Breon for the entirety of challengers is...
They really are bros. Like, starting off the Drake for DRX, they're like, we don't want you wasting your time on this Drake. Like, let's do most of the damage here for you. And they did that. Seitab going to take this this turret away as well. We're going to have a look.
This
Raptor,
is actually really funny.
Spotted out.
Yeah. So watch this. Watch the bloodthirstiness of this Lulu. He's like, I got it. I'm going in. As Ivory really trying.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for him, I actually like this teleport a lot. I think it's a pretty cool call. And doesn't end up working, doesn't end up getting out, but he was very close. Does also force the flash from the Renekton. And in an even game state, you can be like, oh yeah, Renekton has no flash, or backline has more space. It's not gonna matter. You're down 6,000 gold with this composition. And it's gonna be game over. Well, look at that Zeri damage.
Look at that Jin damage, baby. He's
Gamin has actually played fairly well. I still don't like his build, but it's been fine.
Yeah.
I think it was...
No, it's just not that bad. Anyway, Bro going to come on over and look for clear. Spear is going to connect there from Raptor. Slice and dice, gets clear to safety. And the rest of the map is a bit of a disaster. Sending people towards this bottom lane means your inhibitor does go down. And with this Baron, it was almost an inevitability anyway. I almost forgot that there was a Heimerdinger in this game.
I haven't seen him in a while.
He really hasn't done all that
Oh,
much.
it's going to end.
Well, we're going to call the curtains. And DRX seem to have forgotten that DRX existed on their plane of existence, which is kind of interesting. In goes Seitab, manages to pick up the Nidalee very nicely. Good flash out from Polo, but with Raptor dead, it's going to become very difficult for them as Seitab does so much damage. What the heck? Didn't he build a crown? What's going on? Tearing them apart.
I don't know, Atlas.
I mean, he did get solo killed in the bottom lane against Ivory. I don't know whether I really want to give it to him, but maybe we have to.
He did the cool things outside of that.
He definitely did. He built a fun item.
Yeah.
In the Nashes too, as well. It's been a while, and he's just destroying everyone now. Look at these autos. Flying through at lightning speed. Absolutely amazing.
You want to go splitsies?
Sure.
One jungle, one mid?
Sure. Let's do that.
One jungle, one mid. Let's do it.
The tree was stronger than the lumberjack.
Oh. This pen is not safe.
That pen.
This pen is very inky. No, we don't need to.
We don't need to vote anymore.
We already did. There you go.
Oh God.
They're stamped with my fingerprint now.
That actually is your fingerprint. Like, it's actually there. We could identify you.
Yeah. Well, you know, we are on air, Atlas. As DRX take win here in game number 1. Brion, unfortunately, unable to match their team fighting. Really, the early inning phase, the only thing that went well. Nice little cheese there by getting the kill on Lulu, but then everything else kind of a disaster. The early sign roam not working out, and not getting Nidalee ahead meant that overall, game state for Brion was very bad heading into the mid-game, and as a result, the game was over pretty quickly.
It certainly was. It was hastily concluded by DRX in a beautiful, beautiful way. I, in the end, didn't really like the Bro composition, but I did like how they went for some cheese in the early stages of the game. You know, the lumberjack teleport while destroying his lane phase entirely was kind of cute to get the flash, to get the kill in the first minutes of the game. But with Lulu dying at level 1, it just wasn't enough to really do anything in the game. Bro put a lot of focus on that bottom side, and ultimately nothing really came of it. But Ivory did impress. I actually quite enjoyed watching Ivory's play. And although Seitab did a bajillion damage and was largely unmitigated towards the end of the game, I think Ivory still gave it an honest crack. I'm into it. Brennan Valdez is Radiant, which is kind of cool.
He is Radiant. Yeah. Really close.
Kind of into that.
He's been looking good recently. Hitting the gym a lot.
Does Huni count as a caster? He is a caster, of course. He casts on Saturdays on the Korean broadcast.
I love working with Huni. It's actually been incredible.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
It's been so nice.
It's also just been awesome having him in LoL Park as well. Even on days that we're not actually working with him, we just get to have a chat and talk about the games and all that sort of stuff. It's just very, very cool. Seitab's going to pick it up. Nice vote there, Mr. Chronicler, as, did a heck of a lot of the damage. But it felt pretty elementary here for DRX. I want to see Bro really pull it together as far as being able to challenge DRX around the mid-game, because, yeah, you can try to win a bottom lane, but you have to have a plan after that. And Bro really, they didn't seem to have one of those.
Yeah, the biggest issue for Bro is just that overall they seem very disjointed. They are unable to find themselves any mid-game advantages at all. Objective setups aren't that good. And for DRX, looking more and more like a team that we saw last time around. Still some moments, right? Individual mistakes. Satep himself, as you pointed out, getting caught on the bot side of the map, but didn't really matter. As looking at the performance of DRX in this first game, going to be a toughie for Breon to find their way back.
It absolutely is going to be, but we are going to have a break's worth of time for Breon to sort that out. Let's see whether they can do it, and we'll see you after the break. Welcome back, everyone, to LCK Challenger 2023 Spring. I'm Altus, this is Chronicleizer, and we're here to do commentating things on this video game that's about to occur between DRX and Bro. The Giga Chads didn't have a great time in their last game.
Or did they? Because they don't care. They're always happy. Well, they're not. I think the main team...
they do care.
Yeah, no, they definitely do. The main team... Maybe a little different.
Clear is really good. This is actually a really good question that we've got by I've Betrayed. Any of these 10 players looking at a chance on main stage, the Renekton seems pretty good. And yes, Clear is really good.
Yeah, Clear's very good. Sponge could be. I think it's too early to say because he hasn't had that much experience yet. As
Raptor
far
has
as
been on the LCK stage.
He has been, but it wasn't great.
No.
But that has happened before. We've seen players go to the LCK stage and then not do well and then come back and be great. We've also had players kind of skip challengers altogether. Vikla comes to mind, who was really good when he was there for like that
He basically skipped the LCK as well. Went straight to NA.
Then left us to dunk on people in NA. That's the funniest part is that basically both Vikla and Prince are just gonna fight over who gets their wards at the end of the split.
Team looks pretty good. Yeah, but that's how it works. Hand mic to be able to cast the high plays. Yeah, that's what you need. You need a hand mic. Otherwise, you can't cast like that. The Korean broadcast has showed us that many times. Bro, correct. They have side selection due to their loss, and they have chosen the blue side of the Rift this time around. DRX was blue last time, so we will have a little bit of a change up when it comes to the draft. That is definitely a good thing.
Are we getting dung later? Always assume that the answer to that question is no, because as far as I'm aware, she does scrim every now and then with the Challengers team, but is still on the Academy roster, so not expected to play for the foreseeable future. And, you know, if it happens, it happens. And otherwise, Sandbox in general, I think, are quite a fun team. They are definitely part of the Sandbox spiritually, in that they like to throw down, which is...
Have a good time.
Yeah. League of Legends, I really appreciate.
The romance trickles down from the main broadcast. We had a really interesting question here
about the suits.
Yeah, about the suits. Are we wearing pants?
Yes. I can show my pants, but I feel like you know, I have to like lift my knees and it'll look awkward, so I'd rather not. But I
Yeah.
can.
I shouldn't,
I've worn
because
these
I'm not.
pens many times on broadcast. They're like the stripy ones. They're nice.
We're actually
Dark
in
blue?
the WDG office right now, and I'm not wearing pants, and so it's been quite uncomfortable for all of the people working here. But
I'm not wearing pants that match the jacket. No, and where I got my own suits, I bought them in the Netherlands because it's hard for me to find suits elsewhere unless they're custom tailored. Because I have Dutch sizing, and that is hard to come by in Korea.
the best thing about not wearing pants is not having to buy pants. Just never have to. Never have to worry about it.
True.
Yeah. And
Never thought about it that way. As
yeah.
that's a dope jacket.
Damn, that is fluffy.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. Ooh, and they're ivory fans too? That's Giga Chad. I like how we fixed the framing in the middle of the showing of the fan signs as well. Give enough headroom. Love that. Really love that.
Can you do rock, paper, scissors to prove that you are live?
No. To proof you are live.
We can't.
How do you proof something?
Well,
to
you
proof
check it.
or not to proof?
Yeah. Like
it's not a real word. No, that's not how that...
Yeah.
But that's not how that word is used. It's OVE. So I don't know how to proof that we're live.
Toughy.
That is very, very tough. Anyway, the Heimerdinger is going to be banned away here by Bro. They're not wanting to see that in the hands of DRX. It's too scary. Someone just realized that you're Dutch.
I am, in fact, Dutch.
Wow. You hide the accent strongly on broadcast.
It is just vaguely European. People can hear I'm not English or from the US or from Australia, but I don't know if they know right from the get-go where I am.
I think you do have you have a British-leaning accent.
It is, yeah. I lived in London for a bit, right? And actually, where I learned my English was in a World of Warcraft guild, where everyone was English or Swedish.
That's how.
But
that's
the
how
Swedish
you
didn't
truly
really stick.
That is the depths of learning how to speak a language.
That actually was the main reason why. Well, also I'm okay with languages in general, otherwise it wouldn't work. But that definitely was.
Oh, and if you were an AI, would you have a nationality?
Sure.
I guess
that's
you'd
part
be
of your
from...
backstory. Oh no,
Yeah.
Ash is open.
Well, she's not anymore. She's been picked. DRX are going to lean towards the Varus side of things. They banned the Maokai though, so unable to pick that alongside him, which we've seen as being a very potent combo. We'll have to see exactly how this Ashe is going to be built here on 13.1b as well, or whether she is indeed going to be a support or an AD carry.
So I think that the B patch should change stuff in pick and ban, but it hasn't at all. But this is classic LCK, to be fair. And our
Is
teams
it
are
Ashe
pretty, I hope so, pretty resilient to change. Might also be Ashe Jhin, which...
I mean, Kate Ashe is so strong.
Yeah, but Ashe does, or Caitlyn rather, does have a pretty high barrier of actually executing it well. So if this is a crit build, I'm on board with this.
That is a gigantic copy pasta. All right, I'm going to do... Valdez is doing my job for me, so I'm going to continue.
It was ChatGTP.
Oh, is this it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, amazing. Okay, welcome to the exciting matchup between Bro and DRX. Both teams have been preparing for this moment, and it's sure to be a nail-biting match. Oh god.
It's fine, it's copy pasta.
It's scrolled. Bro, known for their aggressive playstyle, will be looking to take an early lead. Meanwhile, DRX will be relying on their signature coordination and strategy to turn the tables. This match has all the ingredients for a classic showdown, and we're ready for some thrilling action. Let's get ready for the first match of the day.
So,
oh man, that is gorgeous. Keep them coming. Oh no, other moderators getting a bit confused about what's going on here. He's like, oh god, the whole chat has exploded.
It's okay. Behave, everyone.
No, don't worry about it. It's totally fine. This sort of copy pasta is okay. As that is also an okay pick. Here we go.
So I don't love the Jhin pickup. Again, think it can't work, but hopefully we'll have a more damage-oriented build this time around. However, Pyke into the Ashe is actually very obnoxious to play. There is a substantial amount of pressure that the Ashe needs to be able to withhold. I do think the level 1 is still, again, very tough to play out. Ashe, her early game, her first couple of levels, I think, are insane. But Pyke, Varus especially, is the type of combination that can, if a hook does land, really, really punish. And expecting this to be a double Halo Blades, hopefully not the Comet variety of Varus. Do really like to see the more aggressive early game here, because if you can keep Varus Jhin underneath the turret, they are screwed, right? Like, if you can find a way to not allow them to poke, have some all-in threat, or find the shove, then it really takes away a lot of the capabilities of this duo. Now, post-6 will be a very different story, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, well, there's Silas as well. So, it's kind of looking exciting. Lilia has been buffed in this patch. I think that Master Yi is objectively the better choice, as per usual. But that's fine.
Brion is diving deep. I'm loving this. Well, it's just going to be...
It's Diana Yasuo. We're playing Diana Yasuo.
No, it's going to be... It's going to not be...
It's just Diana Yasuo, come on!
Atlas.
Come on, Diana Yasuo!
Atlas, it's not going to be interesting.
Could you imagine that? Silas has to steal an ultimate that he can't activate? Wouldn't that be sick?
It's not happening. It's not happening.
I'm so sad. Whoa, it was like possibly interesting and then absolutely wasn't.
So, overall, do you think the bro composition is very good? You have good hard engage, you have shove in the bottom half of the map, as long as you don't make big mistakes. You have priority in mid, and you have a very strong jungler for team fighting. So, I actually really like the Brion comp. I think it's very straightforward to play out. A little bit unfortunate is that in the previous game, they also had a lead, I think, in terms of like ease of execution. And DRX this time around, a lot more lethality, right? You have double melee solo laners with Sejuani, and it's Silas and Camille as well, both of which are very threatening and I think tough to deal with if they do get any backline access. But I also think the DRX comp is a lot more susceptible to what Bro is doing this time around, especially if Gamin goes for, which I don't think he will, I'm just going to put it out there, goes for a...
It's going to be the same
crit build. Yeah, it probably will be. But he doesn't have, crucially, a Yona this time around. So, really hope it's a crit build. I think even the Zumi build will be great.
Yeah, I'm into it. I'm into anything other than lethality Jhin, because it just does nothing and then loses.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
like
sad.
Camille a lot. I haven't actually seen that much Camille, but she's always a really fun champion to watch, I think. As far as
true damage into the tank as well.
Setup has a lot of really good ones. Ashe, Arrow, and Wukong both are insane. But even the, you know, the Cyno I can see, not even going to mention the Zero, because at this point we've seen that happen a million times. Everyone knows that that is a very good one to yoink as well. But if you misstep as Brion and you don't get the team fight, then the DRX just get the skirmish and side lane and pick you off, then you're going to lose very quickly, because you're playing its Pyke, playing into a lot of aggression.
Exactly, and you're also playing as Bro, and aggression is their name. That's the aim of the game here, Chronicler. Bro, just unbridled aggression and proactive
Don't
play.
listen to the AI, Atlas. Come
Just
on.
insanity.
Atlas.
No, but I mean, that's what I learned. That's what I learned from chat, and that's where I get all of my information, because I'm an AI. Let's hop into the game. Heck yeah. Here we are, doing all the way onto the rift.
My guy.
I mean,
I should be surprised. Double Halo Blades? Here, Platinum Kiro get it.
Yeah, there's one person that doesn't get it.
Oh, clear. First try Camille. Okay.
Damn. We gaming. Wait, well, one of them's gaming.
It's Gamin.
But, sorry. But Clear's gaming. Gamin is not gaming.
Well, he is gaming.
Well,
factually.
Is he, though?
Yes.
He's playing Comet Jhin. Don't know whether that sounds like gaming to me.
That's a good point.
It's not it.
That's a very good point.
YouTube chat, once again, not quite catching up to the doo-doo-doos, but that's totally okay. Things are a little bit slower over there, and it's totally fine. And we do have people coming on over to Twitch chat for the doo-doo-doos, and I love that from you guys. It's really, really cool. We don't play favorites here, because we don't have to, because one is clearly better. Atlas.
Don't do that. Don't hit them against each other. That's nice. Sweep from Clear. Look at that. Printing
Tactical.
money.
That was very tactical. 14 gold. 4.
Mexico hasn't been doing so hot with the LCS.
Well, I mean, it was a tactical play and a tactical sweep. I think it was great.
Setup, trying the chain. Not
Maybe
really
Tactical was
out.
just playing the wrong champion. Maybe he needs to play more Camille so that he could be tactical and tactically sweep at the same time.
I actually played a game of jungle Camille today.
How was it?
But how you expect, I level 2 ganked and got a kill, so it was fine.
Hey!
If you play Camille, you don't get a level 2 gank, then you know
There was a certain...
you don't win versus Raptors, and I don't think you win versus anything else. But there's a certain simplicity that I really appreciate in that scenario.
There was a certain jungler that did exactly that and won worlds. So
Ning, yeah.
yeah.
It's still the funniest thing ever to me that the IG Camille skin is
A jungle skin.
a jungle skin. Just like the Ashe.
Yeah, the Ashe is going to be a support skin.
Support skin, yeah.
It's beautiful. All right, Prim and clear. Of course, we could explain the Camille and Sion matchup. Basically, your precision protocol, pretty good at hitting tanks because doesn't care about armor. That's sort of how it goes. And in the end, you should just win the game as the Camille throughout the laning phase. Raptor rotating around, looking to try and put some pressure onto Sponge here as all the doggos are getting excited with one another. Nice little cue there. As Sponge will take a little bit of damage.
On mid, yeah. Sponge got the piece out. Can't quite. Actually doesn't play on bot either, so quickly decides to not go in too deep. Good choice there. Is vision available here on the blue buff, so they will be aware. As yeah, the upside for Sion is that grass climb, especially early on, is
really quite strong.
No,
it doesn't do that.
No, it doesn't win that. But he doesn't really need to, right? He is Silas. This is kind of how the matchup plays out early on. Has his Doran shield, so just trying to put as much pressure on Ivory, so that at the very least he has to respect the gank, respect that Sponge is in the general vicinity.
So did 13.1b buff Azir in this matchup? If you go Oblivion Orb first?
Not
because
really,
a lot of Azirs went Oblivion Orb first anyway, and now, okay, we've got a bone skill being thrown out. There we go, bit of a stun. Not too much to happen there, but Pleta does manage to land a Q. Pretty cute. But yeah, the Grievous Wounds is now enhanced, right? Just a little bit.
It is, yeah. So Grievous Wounds is a lot stronger, and actually Morello's got back its magic penetration as well, which pretty important, right? Like overall, it's really funny that after, what is it, has been like 2 years, year and a half of the items being different. Now they are just back to what they were. Mortal Reminder has armor pan again as well.
Love it.
Morello's got its magic penetration back, so it's kind of a throwback in that regard. Personally, I don't know if it got better or worse. Actually, it's a good question because the healing part of it was pretty mediocre regardless. And I don't know if players will prioritize it more or less. We'll see. I think the build path to Morello's being different might have an impact there as well. And as stated before, Morello's getting magic pan back does make it a much more exciting item. And unfortunately, as we see here, I think you do still have to respect here as Pleta and Fiero, even if you do get your hooks. Don't want to flip an all-in pre-6 if you don't really have to, because post-6, even though the engage from Brion is really good if someone oversteps, if Pleta can follow up on a free hook with an ultimate, then the person in question dies.
Yeah. It has been how it's been working out. Chat has devolved into a Brendan Valdez copy pasta chat, which I'm kind of okay with. Wolf wholesomely just wants to enjoy some League of Legends, just to check in with our co-workers here.
No, he's memeing as well. He's saying, do you think I'm in for a treat, which is the copy pasta.
No, but he's taking it seriously, and I appreciate it, you know?
No, he's memeing.
He's not memeing. Wolf would never do that. He's not a Joker guy. He's not. It's not the kind of guy he is.
No?
He already ate lunch. See what I'm saying?
Sure he did. It's 6:15. I hope he did. I am solo casting as myself. But I'm with Atlas.
Is Chronicler solo casting as both himself and Atlas tonight, or vice versa? That's a very interesting question, and not really one that I'm prepared to answer. Sashimi, delicious, Wolf. Love to see it. I think we might get Vietnamese food.
Hopefully. Everything goes well.
That's the theory.
Quite excited. I love Vietnamese food as.
Ooh, Hard Zombie has a good point. Maybe the entire chat are AI.
Well, we could.
Maybe we're just by ourselves commentating to no one. Whoa, wouldn't that be a depressing
The
outcome?
problem is we can't prove it, because if I say chat, type 1 if you're real, type 0 if you're an AI, then that's not going to do anything. Because if they're an AI, if they're smart enough to chat, then they're smart enough to... Yeah, there you go. Okay, so actually we do have our answer. So they're an AI.
Yeah.
People would never lie on the internet.
Yeah, Wolf's not real. So, Wolf and Valdez both typed 0. So I feel like, you know, the last 5 years of my life
I've been a lie.
have been a lie. Brendan's not even a people. I was playing video games with that guy last night. He wasn't even real. Wow, Discord just providing AI for people to play video games with as well now? Is that what's happening?
I swear, if at some point it comes out that we're actually living in, if simulation theory is real, I'm blaming all of you.
Yeah.
I'm blaming all of you, Twitch chat, for willing this into existence.
There's something that,
Oh, even YouTube chat's getting in on it.
oh God,
I'm
we're
so
not
proud
safe.
of you. I'm so proud of you, YouTube chat. Usually they don't really get with this kind of stuff. Good for them.
I'm really glad that we have the total chemical
Ooh.
makeup of the average
Yeah,
adult
okay, you
body
know where
as
that's
well.
from,
That's
right?
important.
That's from an anime.
Oh, is it? Which one?
Bro.
What?
Full Metal Alchemist.
Ah, then yeah, no, I haven't seen that one either.
You
But,
should watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's amazing.
well, have you watched everything that's amazing?
A lot.
Like everything that you could
Well,
possibly
obviously
watch.
not
That's amazing.
everything, Atlas.
Well, neither have I. And the majority of that stuff that's apparently amazing is anime that I haven't watched. As that is a deadly blow. Piero's taking a lot of damage here, but Sponge comes on forward, finds himself an ult. Cool, it's going to be able to get out though. Just walks it off. Love to see it, and that is a dead Pike. Unable to get out of that one, Bro, with their pretty cookie-cutter draft, making it look pretty simple here in this mid-game. Or as we move towards the mid-game.
I wonder. Pierre Apollo surviving there is really, really big. No ultimate on Piero yet, and they should be favored that. They do have some experience advantages, and we're actually quite in a nice spot, but with that kill going over, and the objective sure to follow, bit of a toughie. Do note, though, that Bro already knew that they were going to get this, and they just now started rotating Gamin over, so maybe opportunity for Plata to get themselves a plate. A little slow in the rotation as Piero is going to get spotted by the trap. And will force him to take the long path. So that will be, at the very least, an initial. Initially, this looks so good, but we're going to see some peak chain value.
Yeah, here we go.
As, yeah, if Piero actually has himself an ultimate there, then Polu dies right here. But instead, not quite going to be the case. Stays alive for so long. Nice flash by Raptor to ensure Frim also charging up the Q to make sure that they were not going anywhere. Now, as a result, actually a small lead here for Brion. Not big, because again, Plata just got himself the wave shoved in, and that's where you see a lot of the gold coming through.
Yeah, nicely done. Let's see whether DRX can stabilize this one. Currently not too far behind or anything like that. CS advantage here for Satab in mid lane as well.
Yes.
Which is somewhat surprising. But also, Frim's ahead. So this time around...
Yeah, but that's not really, doesn't really matter
Nah,
for the matchup.
It does though, because he didn't have to teleport top lane in the early game.
Chronicler, I just got back into anime. First on the crunch, Chainsaw Man is really good. Blue Lock is good. A lot of people are watching that if you like sports anime. Spike's Family, big recommendation. Been trying to get everyone to watch that. They're not really taking yet, but very fun slice of life. Assume you've seen most of the, modern classics. Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, if you like good shonen. All very nice. And Weebcaster, absolutely yes.
I'm not as much. I
Are you at all?
I play the Weeb games.
You play very weeby games.
Yeah.
You
but
would
I don't
love
watch
anime.
anime.
Yeah, you would love it. If you can stomach Xenoblade 2, you can stomach anime.
No, but I like the gameplay, because there's a lot of weebiness to JRPGs and stuff like that in general, but I like the games themselves.
The two don't have to be, I guess they have to be mutually exclusive because there's no gameplay.
Because I basically tolerate the story so that I can play the game.
Oh, don't give me that, Atlas. Don't give me that.
No. On the outset, I do. And then I get into it as I get into the game.
Exactly.
But it's the game that gets me to start playing in the first place.
After, I know you put a lot of hours in. Don't pretend to me you don't care.
No, I do.
You
but
do.
I'm saying I care after that's the hook that gets me in. But to watch anime, there's no hook for me.
There's no hook.
I can never, like, I would never want to turn it on when I can just watch,
Actually,
like, Firefly again.
Might have some traps.
Chains of Corruption goes completely wide, and DRX is just going to have to walk it off. Looking a bit sheepish. Oh, really wanted that minion. Piero struggling a little bit here on this fight for now.
Persona 5, actually, I got Atlas to play finally, and he's playing it right now and has been enjoying it a lot.
I am indeed. The first 600 episodes, I actually watched a bunch of One Piece because it was on TV before or after Pokemon.
Nice.
When I was growing up. So I have watched a bit of One Piece, but I normally got frustrated that it was One Piece because it meant that I was either like too late to be watching, to catch the episode of Pokemon, or it was on instead, like on a specific day or something.
Galactic Football?
Galactic what?
Galactic Football. It's a French, like, football show. It's very popular in the Netherlands and in Europe in general.
Was it Aussie Rules Football? Then why the heck would I have had that ever?
I don't know.
I'm Australian.
Yeah, I don't know. I have Pokemon on mine as well. Hold up, Frim in trouble, possibly.
All right, there
Is he
is
gonna
the
die?
ultimate. Frim is just going to walk around for a bit, get some CC down. He's going to take a fair bit of damage, but there's the ult over the wall, and Clear should be able to lock this one down. There it is. Hookshot gets him back out and doesn't have to deal with the zombie. Very nicely done. But Raptor is looking to lock down their first Drake of the game, and a pretty good one at that.
Is it happening? Too late.
Not quite there.
Can Chronicle do play-by-play? I was a play-by-play in the Netherlands, but I was in Dutch.
You could just do Dutch play-by-play for one of these fights.
I will not do Dutch play-by-play.
Why not?
I've done English play-by-play at EUM as well.
Where
Just
is
wasn't great.
Gumiushi?
I was actually there for Caterol, his first cast.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Caterol's first cast was with me as play-by-play
There
in
you
like
go.
2020.
Clear.
That's fine. He has a goon squad.
A little bit odd. That's an XDD in the chat right there. I don't know whether we have that activated yet, which is a little bit unfortunate. But that's fine. But that is a fun fact.
Yeah.
That is definitely a fun fact. We all know what the XDDs actually mean, so it's fine.
The podcaster occasionally talks about some kind of game.
Yeah, sorry. We'll try our best to avoid doing that. 1-1 though, as far as the kill score is concerned.
This is not my Challengers Atlas. What is this? What is this drivel?
What drivel? The game?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure.
This is not what I signed up for. What I signed you guys up for. I was like, oh no, guys, I swear Challengers is really fun. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's really enjoyable. Really, you have to come and watch. They're really new up and coming players. It's so cool, guys. Just come and watch, please.
Well, Wolf asked us to be positive more. And Valdez wants the Atlanta-list. I want the Valdanalist, man. Where did the Valdanalist go?
No one knows. He hasn't been cited for quite a while.
It has been a while. It has been a while. Isn't Frim playing Scion wrong? Shouldn't he have 5 to 10 deaths already? Oh, there we go.
He's also not going phase rush and lethality, so clearly some major mistakes.
He hasn't built the Prowler's Claw yet. Pretty sad.
Bro is ramping up. Did you watch the... No, I am already at dangerously high levels of League of Legends that I take in, so I do not watch LEC as well. But I know my boy Photon is kicking everyone's teeth in, which I knew he would because he's really good.
I saw your tweet today when someone said something about Photon not getting enough recognition. You're like, I haven't seen him play once in the LEC, but yes, I agree.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, not surprising. I gotta say, guy is very, very good.
Heck yeah. DRX now, yeah, just pushing, trying to get these lanes sorted out. I think this is a pretty clear win condition on DRX's side.
Raptor, no. No. He's fine. He's really cool.
Yeah, he'll be all right. You missed my hilarious pun. Pretty sad about it.
I've built up a resistance to them, Atlas.
Yeah.
It's
Bit of a shame. Arrow won't connect, as you can just abduct your way out of that.
I don't know how that works. How can you abduct someone, like, in a direction when there's no one to abduct?
Well, you can't.
Actually,
it's
no.
named really poorly, I think.
No, you're wrong. It's abscond and then abduct.
I thought it's abduct abscond. I'm pretty sure.
the other way
ducks
around
first.
makes... Does it? Actually, let's
Yeah.
let's check it now.
It does make sense.
Yeah, because
that's why
first
it
you
frustrates me.
abscond and then you...
Yeah, right? I know.
Yeah, so I was right.
You should be. But I was pretty
But
sure
maybe
that
you're
it's
not.
the other way around.
Okay, well that will make me mad.
I know, right?
If you're
I'm
right,
mad about
I'm mad,
it.
not
That's-
at you.
That's why I use it that way. So here we are. Here's the E. Abscond abduct. Oh my god, it
Nice.
is. It is correct.
Awesome.
I remember doing this on a show once. And someone convinced me that it was the other way around.
Yeah, because you can't abduct if there's no one there.
No, of
Your
course.
chains are going nowhere.
No, I thought it was
you
really
were right
dumb.
all along.
I was, and then I was wrong for a really long time.
Man. Well, that's okay. It's the other person's fault.
Yeah. Well, abscond. He absconded from the arrow. And that makes a whole lot more sense. Love to see it. All right.
Glad
well,
we had this educative moment.
Yeah, me too.
Educational.
Without Challenger, we wouldn't have these really life-giving times that we're experiencing right now.
They're giving life to the rifts. No
Indeed.
one's going down.
That's beautiful. Shirley may prompt someone to do a thing as Piero is lurking in the shadows.
There's no gaming.
I think things are overrated, really.
Where's
Like,
my
I
gaming
prefer-
atlas?
No, it's not really about gaming. Frim, he's gaming, as you can see here. Clear is just hitting him with abilities, and Frim is not caring about it too much. DRX continuing to look for openings, opportunities, dragons perhaps. 2 seconds on that one.
Perchance.
I believe it'll probably just be a we're going to hang out in mid lane type scenario. As Clear is going to spot the Scion teleporting and we'll say thank you for the inner turret. Which
he's
I
not
think is the
away.
right way to do
I
it.
think he's just going to shove and then go fight for dragon, no?
No, I think you should shove and then go and take the inner turret because Bro's not going to actually take the dragon. They're going to mill about in the river. And so Clear is going to go down here and take
He's
this inner
showing the
turret.
bot wave.
He is, yeah.
Just take Drake. Start hitting it. I mean, Clear does have TP.
Yeah. He's
But-
going to take this turret, and DRX are either going to not care about the Drake, which is also fine.
You can't do neither.
Arrow will connect. Arrow will be cancelled on the other side, as the Drake is going to get started up once again. That turret that I said that Clear should take has now been taken. I think probably the correct play is to take an inhibitor turret at this point in time, while Bro continue to do nothing around this Drake. As all right, Bone Skill comes out for him. Not going to be too worried about it.
Oh no.
They're flipping for it now.
Oh god.
Which I think is also probably... No, it's fine. DRX is going to say, you worked hard for this.
DRX.
Give that one over. It's totally okay. For him. All right, here we go. Here's the engage. Ivory finds a decent Emperor's Divide. It's going to split up the fight, but Garmin's still going to go down first. Oh my goodness, the Pike's starting to get some things done as Piero is trying to slink his way out. And Pleta managed to lock down the Ashe as well. So in the end, for DRX, it's looking pretty good.
That could have been way worse if Frim and Raptor didn't like multi-knock up 2 people. I don't know who got... Oh, well, I guess I do know. It's Clear and Seta. Both got caught in a Wukong Scion Azir bouncy house. And as a result, the overall trade is still very bad because of the aforementioned turret that was taken down. But initially, it looks like it's going to be much worse, right? Like, nice flash from Gamin, and yes, he goes down, but watch this. Look at that. That's a lot of bouncing. So it's a combination of the Wukong ultimate and then also the Scion ultimate and then the Scion knock-up as well. And as a result, they get some kills. Overall game state, still not great. You are still falling behind. Silas is now fully skilled into the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're not taking into account the Jhin scaling that should be able to pull Bro over
Okay,
the line.
Atlas, I know you're being facetious.
I'm not.
About
I
the
do
Jhin.
have an important question, though, because Jinkov is wondering whether we can help with their algebra homework.
I have literally picked my degree to stay as far away from math as I humanly could. And it was a success. My degree had no math. 0.
Okay.
It was a very big success.
I studied mechanical engineering.
Wow. So you can help with that?
No, not really. I've managed to forget the majority of it. I have a skill. One was math, the other one was forgetting math. And the second part I've nailed in my old age. As the arrow is going to sail past Kamin, Ivory going to be able to pick up the kill onto Pyke there as the teleport's going to come forward. Bro wanting to double down. They have managed to pick off the Pyke already.
You gotta hit your skill shots. It's like a hook didn't connect, and some chains, and some corrupting. Overall, unfortunate scenario. Should still be able to get the. Oh no, we're not gonna play. Oh,
that's a
there
good
is a
stopwatch.
Wukong there. Yeah, should be fine now. Very nice.
Chain life. Oh, what's the TDC of a piston? No idea, Cosmic Panda. Like I said, done a lot of forgetting.
Math and law are not the same. Really, not even remotely.
I mean, I'm sure there's law of math. Is Ivory is going to be fine. Satab does manage to get his Emperor's Divide off as another arrow sails by. We are polluting the atmosphere of Runeterra with arrows today. It's not very nice at all.
Meanwhile, all of this is going on. Clear is just living his best life.
Yeah.
He's been farming sideways. He's been getting turrets. He's building towards a DRX gauge.
Oh, is that a Kraken Slayer?
Wait,
sorry, not
what?
Kraken Slayer. What? Why would it? Why
What
would
are you?
That's completely wrong word. Clear is going to jump on top of Gumin.
You
I was
mean
talking about
Hullbreaker.
Hullbreaker. Yeah. Why did I say Kraken? I guess it's both related.
This is how bad it is. It's like, I understand what you mean. Even
Yeah.
you say it.
I did say Lumber Day before instead of Lumberjack. I'm having a jack.
I like Lumber Day.
It's been a hard jack today.
Oh, Lumber Day. I thought you said Lumber Dave. Because that's funny.
Lumber Dave?
Yeah, instead of Lumberjack.
No.
Lumber
I'm
Ranch.
glad you can hear things more funny than what I actually say, though.
Yeah. Atlas might need a reset. We're not getting a reset, chat. Every one of us is doing 6 days of League of Legends a week for an indeterminate amount of time. We're
Have
just
you
waiting.
tried turning Atlas off and on again?
That'd be nice. That'd be good. Atlas and I had one rest day, guys. One.
Yeah, we had one.
We had just one.
Do you know
It's
what I
not
said?
enough.
I spent my
Didn't
rest day
virtual the league.
playing some sweet video games whilst watching some sweet, sweet Challenger League of Legends. And
Still not
Valdez and Wolf
purging.
were just having a great time yesterday. And did a great job. So I enjoyed it.
It was fun.
Exceptionally. Bro, not really enjoying what's going on here. I feel like they
Or
are being
are they?
dictated to the entire game. That's
Well, maybe
that's
they're
the thing that
learning
makes
a
me a
lot.
bit sad.
Maybe it's a very educational book that they're being dictated from.
Ooh, that is true. Maybe it's like Stephen Fry doing some narrating. I do love it when he narrates.
Oh, he does that very well.
Yeah. Him and Morgan Freeman for me.
I'm sorry to inform you, your warranty on Atlas has expired.
Oh, no. Not again. He is pretty old, though. So you should only get a few good years out of him. As Sponge will find Raptor. Expiry dates on stuff, you know? Even though the warranty's worn off, it doesn't mean your
not gonna
thing
lie.
is necessarily going to break.
I'm sure Piero had a lot of fun locking in this pike, but
Yeah, it's not been very good, has it?
nothing great.
No. He's got plenty of time to make up for it, though, you know?
Okay, DRX is done. Claire wants to fight. Well, he might get a fight if he stays here near everyone.
I really hope that Clear just goes and takes that inhibitor turret.
You trying
I
to will
think
it
that
into
he can.
existence again?
I
I mean,
actually
it's a
think he
soul
just
point.
can.
Who cares?
Yeah, and it's
You
Ocean
don't have
Soul.
to flank.
I mean, there's just nothing that they have to lose, really. As, all right, well.
Oh, yeah, but you could fight. You have some pretty big spikes that you're hitting here. With your
He had his
meal.
sweeper available as well. May as well clear out some vision. Kind of respect that as well, as Piero misses another Bone Skewer. And will get hit by the arrow even after the flash. Unfortunate. Ivory going to lock down that kill. But I don't think DRX really mind, because I feel like they've kind of been playing this game 4v5 the whole time anyway.
This is a very unfortunate flash from Piero. The youngest member, as far as I'm aware, on this DRX roster. And
Clear, just go take the inhibitor
no,
turret,
he doesn't have
dude.
TP. If he doesn't go, they can just take Nash.
Do you think... I guess
Yes,
they've at
him
least
being there,
started it.
Him being that they have. And him being there is good. They can win this 4v5.
Well, he's going to dive
Case in
on top
point.
of Polu, who is going to die first. Clear now looking for Raptor. If he kills him, that means that it's possibly a DRX Baron, which is certainly good news. Hookshot comes on in as he dives into the backline. This is Clear versus Bro at this point in time, and currently Bro are losing. Oh no, Piero's going to come back. Oh god, he's going to interrupt. And there is the kill. Piero's going to steal that one away, because you may as well. And Gamin is the last man standing.
Well, I'm going to just grab a pen,
Yeah, let's
and
just
quickly. Okay, this is the imposter pen with all the
that's
ink.
not the pen that you want.
Just quickly. So this is what happens if Camille just gets to skill to free items for free. Look at this. Boop. There we go. Pretty nicely done here by Clear, right? Gets the initial Q activation in the blue buff so that we can use the upgraded second activation of Q, aka the Cho'Gath ultimate, then extends his hook shot by flashing. And everyone dies.
Yeah, Clear is just gigantic.
Jared's like, hey guys, I got some money for everyone involved.
Heck
and
yeah.
that's nice. You know, he pressed oh god, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot more money that the Camille has over the side.
Does she even have free items? Of course she does. She had Starix finished, which is why I said they should fight. God,
Yeah,
pay more attention, chat.
I really would have liked the Hullbreaker because I just think Clear can stand by himself. Like, I think Hullbreaker is also a great team fighting item for Clear because I don't think he needs the rest of his team to be there.
I know you know that.
So he can start team fights by himself. It's
I know
perfect.
you know that's not true.
No, I think it's the way to go. This Bone Skewer is going to land. Brim going to get pulled back. And Clear is just down here.
Chat, copy busters are fine as long as you remain friendly. That's all I care about. Just be nice. Stop. Oh no. Okay, never mind.
Oh god.
Oh no. Stop,
god.
chat. Stop.
Oh god.
Stop. Oh no.
Oh, this is dangerous.
Chad, I would be very careful with how you tread forward. We cannot help you.
I like how the copy passer just becomes stop. All right, Aaron's going to come through. Bro going to look to try and fight this one out. Oh my goodness, Raptor is so close to dead. He's going to be able to make it out though. Satab gets on in there. That's a bone skewer that you can be proud of. As Frim going to avoid the Glacial Prison just barely. I don't think that was what Sponge was aiming for. Still, they're going to get their prides. Inhibitor goes down on the bottom side, and it's half health here in mid. DRX just on the regroup, looking for another opportunity. As Diarra gets himself out. Unstoppable Onslaught, going to be flashed there as it's a drive-by. Goodbye for him, and now the front line is gone, and bro, we're exposed. The Lumberjack's going to teleport back in. This is craziness. And now he's running for his life. The Azir, though, is going to pay the price for his sins. That was a passage of play that occurred in this game. Oh my goodness.
Maybe.
Clear going to lock down the jungler.
He was trying to catch the wave, but it's a Baron wave, so the wave didn't really care.
Oh no. It's a last
Frimmy
ditch effort.
boy!
If he gets on top of the Varus, then maybe there's an opportunity. Oh, but in the end, it was just a little bit comical. Oh dear. Well, these turrets are going to go down, and I think DRX have concluded this 2-0 for our first series of the day. Looking so much better, though, Chronicler. I have to say, just to go back on the game focus for a little bit of a rant here, we saw DRX in their first match here when we debuted Chronicler's global broadcast, and they looked a bit lost. They looked like they couldn't really get too much done last week. Looked a little bit better. Sponge had a really good performance, and this time we're seeing that vintage Clear that you were raving on about throughout all of last year and the year before.
And he has been a mainstay for his versatility, his ability to play carries and whatever his team needs. And we're seeing it here a little bit. And Brion, unfortunately, their struggles continue. And this is going to happen in Challengers, unfortunately. A lot of players coming from the Academy series or straight out of being scouted in solo queue, coming in and trying to make their best. The one upside is Ivory. Ivory actually has been looking pretty hot in both games, right? His Yone was good. His Azir, he's been able to pump out at least a ton of damage.
This damage graph actually looks exactly the same as the DRX win.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough.
The gold graph, however, very different.
Slightly different. Substantial advantage towards the end, approaching 15,000 gold here at this 30-minute game. That is not too bad at all. DRX with a bit of a shellacking in the end. I think there is some certain issues that Bro need to figure out. Sometimes Boris gets the better of us, you know? You can't help that.
No, can't do anything about that. Just gotta keep learning. Treat every day as an opportunity to learn new things.
Oh,
see it as a lesson.
Yeah, it's love. It's like a fortune cookie.
Maybe I am a fortune cookie.
Whoa, he's not even an AI anymore. He's transcended
Hey,
into
I can be
cookie.
both, Atlas. I'm not limited on what you think is possible.
Oh, so we're going to have a relatively long break. And in that break, everyone that is watching, it'd be really cool if you could work out whether the final form of an AI is indeed a fortune cookie or not. That's what I was wondering. That's what I really want to know. Because I think maybe that's it.
Just a fortune cookie.
Yeah, it's just a fortune cookie. It all comes back to a fortune cookie in the end. And my fortune cookie this morning said, there are shellackings in your future. And it was basically this guy that did it. Almost by himself, clear, and absolutely phenomenal performance on the Camille here in this game.
Did exceptional. Really well done here by Claire, able to get an incredible amount of damage down, was left alone for the second time, and for Brian and for anyone in the Challengers League, this should be a lesson. Just don't let him be alone in the lane and get a free lead, because he will take it and he will completely boom you.
Yeah. He was actually making up for a fair few of DRX's mistakes in this game as well. I think, Piero, for example, had a pretty rough one on the Pike. Wasn't necessarily his greatest game, but as soon as Clear came into any sort of fight that ever actually began, it was over the minute he turned up. And he also split pushed relatively effectively. I went on that rant about how he should be taking it into turret, and he absolutely did.
It wasn't a rant, it was like a line. Like 2 lines, maybe.
I think I commentated that entire team fight on Clear taking it into turret.
It wasn't a very long
it wasn't
team
even
fight.
a fight. It was just them preparing for a potential fight that might happen.
And for DRX to actually contest towards the top, this is what they needed to show. Because Brian is looking right now clearly like the weakest team within the Challengers scene. And going into a free game series, not looking convincing, would have been a bit of a disaster. So overall, nicely done here by Claire and the gang.
Yeah.
And as per usual, we will be heading over to an interview later on with Claire and with it was Setap, right? Yeah.
Yep,
With
Claire and
Setap,
Setap.
but not us. Not you guys.
Now
So
this is where we talk about what we just experienced together
So,
in these 2 games.
I want to give it a name, and I've been doing a little bit of brainstorming.
Susan.
Also, did we see this? Have we seen this yet? As I think Valdez or Wolf yesterday wrote, "Where is my 9-game day?"
Well,
I didn't get it.
It's not here.
Well, that's good. You do not. I get it, but also having experienced it, it's not good.
There's also
So-
like a lot of triangles.
How do you feel? Yeah, those have been there for a very long time. So how do you feel about the Caster Chat Community Corner? Where we just,
Caster Chat Community Corner?
we just now, for like these last 5 minutes where the interview's happening, we just talk to chat and then give it a name.
The Quad C? CCCC?
You know, I get it. I'm not looking at you like that because I don't understand. I'm looking at you because I don't think that's... Oh, I guess it's catching on.
I mean, they were saying that before I was saying that, I think. I think we're
Caster Chat Community Corner. There we go.
That's because actually my AI brain
C4. That's
just
actually,
heard it.
that's
Oh,
good.
the C4?
That's good.
Wow, that's even
All right,
better.
C4 time. How's everyone doing? How are we feeling today?
Yeah, yeah, that's actually a really good point. Now we need to just have a little bit of chat, with you guys. Is there anything you want to get off your chest or anything like that? Anything you'd like to discuss in a very open forum? How are you, stream dads? I mean, we're doing pretty good, son. We're doing pretty good. I hope you're also having a good day. Better now that your 2 favorite AIs are on the screen. Oh, you're welcome.
No, wholesome. Thank you, Frankie. Appreciate the support.
Kill Masses does ask you to remember to reset me during the break. Oh, back to the Atlas pants situation. I was telling a lie, guys. I'm actually wearing pants. I'm really sorry.
Otherwise, it would be inappropriate.
Yeah. It's also really cold.
I got a question for you. How do you like the gameplay of Xenoblade 2?
Xenoblade 2, the gameplay?
How many hours did you spend on the game?
Only 600. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
It's like 250, and that was already
there is
a lot.
There is a certain there's a somewhat of a lack of depth once you get everything to completely cracked.
Shocking.
But I did like the challenge modes and stuff like that. But I like just breaking games. so
Coriander, absolutely yes.
absolutely yes on coriander.
Love coriander.
Or cilantro, or gosu, depending on which country you're in. Are you ever afraid you'll run out
No.
of topics to talk about?
Never.
Why would we be worried about that? We just look at you and download the things that we want to talk about. We are AI, as it turns out. Almost as much as you spent casting last week. Kind of hilarious.
Yay.
Atlas, being a Golden Sun fan makes him my favorite. Oh, that is.
Golden
I am
Sun
a
is
Golden Sun fan.
I heard, I mean, the rumors have been there forever, but supposedly there'll be a direct sometime soon. Wouldn't it be
Ooh.
cool if they released a 2D HD remake of Golden Sun, like in the I know, right? Like in the Octopath engine.
Oh.
I know. I know.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
Do you think that Golden Sun 2 was the best sequel that has ever come out of a JRPG?
Ooh,
For
might
me,
be.
I don't think that I've ever, like, apart from
For
Final Fantasy VII.
JRPGs, might be.
Because to be honest, I think that like Golden Sun 2 did sequel extraordinarily well. Because the
Yeah.
first game already felt really expansive. And when you have games like that sense of freedom and scope and stuff like that is a really powerful tool. And Golden Sun 2, I think, did that better than any other game. It was just extraordinarily good.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, Xenoblade 3 is technically a sequel, and that's the best game ever. So, to be honest, like that's okay, because also that was very good. Pokemon Gold and
That's a
Silver
good
is
shout.
another
Although,
one.
I don't know, like, I know this is a gray area, but to me, Pokemon doesn't feel like a JRPG, even though it kind of is, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I feel
Pokemon's
like it's,
Pokemon. It's sort of transcended, didn't
yeah. I feel like, but I do think Gold and Silver are like incredible sequels, so right in the money there.
it? Is anyone
oh,
playing the
no.
Pokemon game, the Wizard game? No. Dark Cloud 2 kind of underrated. Never played that
Who's
one.
the best chess player out of the casters? It's
Probably
Valdez,
Valdez,
right?
yeah. Because Valdez plays
But
relatively
Valdez gets, I know
semi-regularly
Valdez
with
gets
Tasteless and
clapped
stuff.
by Tasteless. So
But
I guess
Tasteless
it's
is actually
Tasteless.
really good.
Yeah.
But
I'm
he's
not,
not one of us.
No, okay. Well, between the four of us. But if you take casters in Korea,
Oh yeah, then it's
Then it'd be
it's
Tasteless.
Nick and it was Dan. Nick and Dan used to go pretty even. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Harvest Moon. That was a dope game.
I
back
would
on
love the new
SNES.
Fire Emblem as well. That's actually the first Fire Emblem, still one of my favorite games of all time. The first one I played, which was 7. You know, with Lynn and Ellie Wood and Hector.
Ah, I
for the
don't.
Game Boy Advance.
I don't remember. I think at that time I was playing. There was another similar game. It wasn't. I played Tactics Advance.
Of course.
But there was another
Binding
one.
Blade. I played every strategy RPG. There was Tactics Ogre was a big one. Knights of Lotus.
Wasn't there a Golden Sun like tactical RPG that came out?
No.
Wasn't there?
Hmm.
There was another tactical RPG that existed. It might have been a Pokemon tactical
Why is
RPG.
Chronicler so scared of being caught? It's happening. I promise you, Chad. Just let me do it in the off season when my brain is not mush. Actually, maybe it's better if brain is mush. Tactics, yeah. Tactics Advance, really, really good.
Yeah,
Advance Wars also good, but you're not talking about
I
that.
loved Advance Wars. That game was great.
That should come out.
What about
The
what? It was Final
remake.
Fantasy 12 on Game Boy Advance as well. Was it tactical RPG? Wasn't it?
No, there is an RTS that was on the DS, a Final Fantasy 12 RTS.
Yeah, that's the one that I played.
Yeah, it's 10 actually. I don't think it was.
It's
12.
not an
Actually,
RTS
maybe it's,
though. I
no,
thought
it
it
was
was
an
like
RTS.
similar to.
No, it was an RTS.
But I played
Kind
it,
of.
and
Yeah.
it wasn't really because you didn't
On the
build
DS.
units out of buildings and stuff.
Kind.
Did you?
12 Revenant Wings. Yeah,
It
kind
is?
of. We're
Yeah.
gonna go to Bali. I will go hopefully to Indonesia soon again. Love Indonesia. Had a really good time there. It was 12. There you go.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. It has been a while. Pokemon Conquest was the game that I was talking about. Pence Prez, thank you so much.
Chroniclers are moving close to Atlas. Yeah, I just like being close to Atlas. It
Yep.
just feels good.
I'm a vortex.
I played RuneScape when I was 11 for like 2 years.
You guys really need mic holders? Oh my god, yeah, we could be like
We can hold each other's mics.
like Dave Grohl, you know, like singer people, you know, and they're just on the
Just
thing, and you do this
singers,
and
yeah.
stuff.
That was actually
And we wouldn't need to hold it.
actually takes some getting used to.
Please
handling
hold
them.
each other's mics.
Okay, well, I don't.
Hang on, yeah.
yeah.
And then I need to hold yours.
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay, this doesn't. I don't
Yeah.
like this. This feels weird.
yeah.
I
There we go.
don't-
Now we're
Are you happy, chat?
Yep. Now we're talking.
Can we? Are we gonna swap back, or do you wanna?
No. This is how we conclude the show. We're just hoping that the show does conclude, at some point. Do you want to use your other hand?
I will, yeah,
Maybe that
'cause
would make it easier.
I mean,
There we go.
I feel,
Yeah.
sorry, you're drifting. There you go.
Oh yeah, there you go. Sorry.
Here we are.
Yeah, yeah. Your arm is
So-
gonna hurt. No, but it's
No,
okay.
we're fine.
Yeah.
So Atlas, it feels
Yeah.
like I'm interviewing you now.
Yeah,
You
we're
get it?
interviewing each other. All
Yeah.
right, and so what was your probably greatest experience with the last time that you did that thing?
Well, it really made me feel a sense of accomplishment that I hadn't felt in a long time. Personally, a lot of people dream of doing this, and me being able to actually do it is a huge honor, and I really appreciate that. So Atlas, you just won Worlds simultaneously in 3 games. How does it feel?
I don't know. We're going to go to a break, and we'll see you back afterwards for some more Challenger League of Legends.
포탑이 파괴되었습니다.